was to get rid of this. So I'll pull this out because I'm not going to need this any longer. Anybody that has a use for a manky old hairband is welcome to have it. I thought I would just measure, because obviously everybody should have their own Vanillism measuring device. And roughly, let me just kind of let it go there. At the moment, literally 31 centimetres of hair is upon this head. I should also point out, in fact, actually, that I am drinking on the job. I decided that I'd probably need a drink, and I thought, well, why wait till the end, obviously, so I thought I would start now. So I've got my special beer mug, and I'm also having a tropical juicy pale ale. I don't know if you can see that. Quite a delicious, fruity, extra well chilled beverage, which might well get us through. If I end up on my third or fourth beer, there's obviously much bigger problems. So let me just put this down. So yeah, what I'm planning on doing, because obviously I'm not a hairdresser, clearly, but what I was planning on doing, put that one back down, sorry, I'm recording it on the other phone, and I'll put that up online somehow, stick it on YouTube or something eventually. Just not everybody's got Facebook, right? So not everybody can kind of see and watch and everything. So I'm gonna, yeah, Rachel, I was gonna cover donating hair. So what I was originally gonna do was just like shave down the middle and then take it all off and everything. And then I had the idea that you could actually donate the hair. God only knows why anybody would want my hair. I mean, especially children, right? I mean, I appreciate children with cancer, you know, losing their hair, chemo and everything. That's a terrible thing. My own dad's mum, my late granny Jean, she had leukemia, and she, when I was a kid, was really quite unwell and in hospital, going through chemo and everything. And I actually shaved my head for the first time, I think, when I was probably about, I'd have to guess how old I was, maybe about 12 or 13, something like that. And the idea was just cut the hair off, you know, support my granny or whatever. And for many, many years, that was what my hairstyle was. So a lot of people don't actually know. So if you're on the Facebook stream, if you can see on the B live stream on the Facebook page, should somebody can tell me, check on it in fact and see if it's working. It seems to be from my end. But there's a picture here of me, the one that I took yesterday, with my hair like this in the bun, and then there's also a picture of me in front of a black car in a suit with a red tie, and that picture comes from about 19 years ago, 18, 19 years ago, when I bought my first house in Paisley. And I was living there. I never used to have hair, so it's hard to sort of describe to people the fact that this is a huge this is obviously a huge loss for a lot of people. I'm pointing out it isn't the first time that I've done this, albeit first time I've done it so drastically in as many years. So because we can donate the hair, although I don't think anybody's actually ever going to want it, right? What my plan to do is, I really should have had one of my hairdressing friends be part of this process, right? What the plan was to try and salvage, I assume they're going to want the hair as long as possible, right? So the idea was to get it as long as I possibly can, and then cut it off as close to the base as I can. So if I just twist that round like that there, if I stick that across, so if I stick that there, I'm going to start off by doing the sides. What I might do is trim the sides down. I'm just going to drop it all onto the floor, and then try and salvage the length of this the best I possibly can, in the hope that somebody gets some use out of it. There may well be a child who wishes to have long, straggly, grey hair. And who am I to tell them that they don't need to have long grey straggly hair as a child? What I was going to start doing was using the big clippers, and then when I turned them on earlier on, despite them charging all day, they didn't work. So I was going to pull a little was going to put a little Swifty and tell you that I wasn't actually going to do it, but I thought that would be a bit mean. So we've gone back to the trusty Wahl. So don't buy a Remington, rubbish, garbage. This isn't sponsored by Wahl, incidentally, or Wahl or Wheel or however the hell you say it, but that's what you all came for. I can almost hear you all being excited about it. So, sorry, it's quite thirsty. We're talking, and it's quite hot in here as well, actually. If you want me to turn the music up or down, incidentally, let me know. Anybody who doesn't like the songs, we can always bump along. Going for a bit of an indie vibe this evening. What's this one? A little bit of Oasis to start us off. Okay, so anybody's got questions, by all means, bring them to me. But here goes. If you want to screenshot this, please feel free to do so. I think that you should maximise how ridiculous that you can. Yeah, Wendy, calm yourself. We're not all. Some of us like to take our time, you know. We're not just those sort of bish bash boshers. So, first cut. Oh no. Oh, it's all going wrong. Look at that. I probably need more mirrors, to be honest with you. Look at that. What do we think? Oh, I've turned the wrong way, sorry. That camera does the reverse when you're in there. It's looking not too bad, eh? Here, at this rate, we might be done by the time it gets dark outside, so let's just see where this goes to. Gonna do my best to try and keep the lights on the top, so I'm not doing this because I'm somehow trying to salvage my haircut. That's not the case. I'm just trying to do my best to keep the hair as long as I possibly can. I think that's the best thing to do, is to try and donate it. So what do we think? It's the start of it there. I might actually, you know what, I'm going to turn the Instagram one round, but I'll turn that one down. That's literally how much is on the floor already. Can you see that? That's how much is on the floor, and I've only done that little bit there, so probably just as well that I'm trying to salvage the top bit. So yeah, Pam, it's a 0. What kind of person says they're going to shave their head and then leaves like 4 inches of hair on? I mean, that seems somewhat cruel. And also, I didn't want to feel that you'd all been duped. So, hang on, now I've said that, I've actually got another mirror here. So, I'm going to do my best. Ooh. I've also got really big ears, which doesn't help matters. So, let me just make sure I've got my hair to the front, so I'm not cutting the length off. This isn't quite as easy as it looks, by the way. My barber makes this look a lot easier than it actually appears. There we go. This is making a bit of a difference, I think. I'm not actually sure. And feel free to chat amongst yourselves. I didn't realise that this was going to be so quiet. My ears obviously are really big as well, which doesn't help. So let me see if I can set that up a wee bit. There we go. Oh god, look at that. That's been pretty well hacked at so far. Let's see what we can do here to make some space. There we go. I think the back here is going to all probably start coming away in a big lump. Oh, hang on, not there. There we go. There we go. Oh, hang on. Oh. Can you see that on my shoulder? There we go, it's on the floor now. It's on the floor now. Oh, hang on. Here, this isn't easy, by the way. If anyone out there is thinking about trying this, I'd maybe suggest you get somebody that knows what they're doing rather than get me attacking you. Oh, it's all going down my back and everything. Oh. I suspect that this might not be perfect first time round, so what I might do is I might have to do as much as I can in this live, and then I might go for a shower, and then do a second round. I might have to do it in the bathroom, finish it off actually, just to try and make sure that it's a little bit even. I obviously get away with being able to wear a hat if I wanted to, but I felt that taking all the hair off, I thought was going to be the best way to generate as much money. So let me just see that. Right, I'd say this is about halfway or something like that. Let me see if I take these down now. Hang on, let me just flip that round. That's how much we've lost already. Look at that. That's about 40 or 50 quid's worth there, at the rate that we've been managing to make, that we made so far. God. Oh, hang on. There's a hell of a lot. Oh, there you go. Look. I'm actually harbouring a lot of it. I don't, now that I've cut it off my head, I'm trying to hide it behind my ears. So back up here. So I don't know. Can you see that? That's not too bad. I think I'm doing quite well. I might have found my calling in life, to be honest with you. Probably need another drink, to be honest with you. I definitely recommend alcohol to anybody that thought that this might be a good idea. So let's try and keep the length of it again. Again, I'm not keeping the length because I'm trying to keep my hair, just trying to donate it to the best person or foundation that we can. If anybody has ideas on what we can do with that, by all means. It's quite a good look, actually. I could definitely go for the comb over. What does anybody think? I look a bit 90s emo, I think. What does anybody else think? What about the Facebook? Anybody else think that on that? No? Not too sure. Okay, right. Let's start in on the other side. If anybody's objecting to Oasis, let me know and I can just skip that song and move along. Here we go. Right. Sorry, I forgot you were all watching there for a minute there. I kind of zoned out. I was just trying to make sure I didn't shave my ear off or something. Make sure everybody's staying at home just now. Let's not put the NHS under any more pressure than they already are. Anybody out there not particularly good with knives and things, just you keep yourselves at home, alright? So, let me see. What's that looking like? Let me see. It's not easy to try to do this, by the way. It's the equivalent of trying to do a Rubik's Cube whilst patting your head and rubbing your belly, because we were always pretty good at that when we were kids, right? What do we think on that so far? I think I'm making an okay job of this, by the way. I mean, obviously I'm going to cut this video short eventually, and then I'm probably going to spend about an hour and a half downstairs trying to cut the very last of the hair off, right? That's almost guaranteed. But what do we think? Nobody's really said anything that I'm saying, oh yeah, good laughs in here. Thanks for joining. Who else has joined us that I haven't waved at yet? Anybody haven't waved at? Carol joined, hadn't waved at you, Carol. Sorry. I have to scroll down on my phone whilst... Look at this, I'm trying to do 6 things at once, you know. This wouldn't... Jamie Oliver wouldn't stand for this, you know. Jamie Oliver would need a squad of people just to do hair and makeup, let alone cut his own. So... It's important that everybody kind of understands the reasons for me doing this. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of being the centre of attention, despite what some of you might all think on the basis that I talk quite a lot. But I'm actually comfier behind the camera than I actually am out in front of it. But this is what we currently achieved here. So actually looks reasonable. I'm gonna take a little roundaboutsy kind of video using my other phone, just so that we can see. Obviously the after pictures are a lot easier, but obviously the before and during. I think if I'm being pushed, if I had to come back again as somebody else, I would definitely say that I could pull off the Joe Exotic look. I think this could be a really good mullet, ready for bleaching. Albeit you can't use bleached hair if you donate it. If you donate it to charity, you can't actually bleach it. They don't take hair that's been bleached. So you know. Aye, okay, Katie. What's your opinion on anything? Take it off. Aye, whatever. Yeah. How much money did you put in? Once the numbers start going up, then your opinion counts a bit more. Wendy's just being an arsehole just because she can, and she started early today, having Prosecco for breakfast, and then had the sheer audacity to have a pop at me for having whiskey brulee porridge after 2 o'clock, which I find a little bit rich. So, anyway, just getting some, just airing some of this grievance here. So, what do we think for doing the whole top bit? Getting that, I think, put the bobble on. What do we think? Put the bobble on, and then just once. What do we think? Because anybody out there that's got more hair knowledge, well, any woman has more hair knowledge than I do. What do we think? If I just kind of pull it all like that, and then just choppy through that, what do we think? Because that's going to be, I mean, Christ, it's not actually all that much hair by the time you look at it. Right, let me put this bobble on as tightly as I can. I think that's going to be the strategy, unless anyone's going to chime in with some help, to be honest with you. Where are we? Right, what about that? Christ almighty, that's actually sore. Ha! Ooh. Right, maybe I should move it forward a bit. What do we think? Ah! I didn't realise this was going to be such a fight. You know what, I'm going to do this every year, I think, on my birthday, maybe. And maybe it'll cut below the bobble. Aye, I've got that far, Rachel, but thanks for your input. Oh shit, now I've got hair in my fucking beer. Oh, come on. Oh, now I'm going to have to bleep this video as well. Oh, never mind. Beer is definitely recommended, incidentally. Very much so. I might just keep drinking out of the can, to be honest with you. So, let's just have a little quick, let me flip my phone round again. What do we think? There we go. Look at that. I'm almost certain that that's getting next to no. Oh, it feels weird, actually. It feels really weird. I'm not even sure what that feels like, if I'm being honest. It almost feels like sawdust or something. It has a really bizarre kind of texture to it. That's mad. I'm also probably going to be cleaning this up. Alright, okay, Liz. Why am I doing this, Liz? Liz, why am I here doing this when you arguably are a damn sight better at shaving heads? Even if you're not doing it yourself, yours looks better than mine, obviously. So, but right, what do we think? I don't know. What should we do? Should we do like a countdown or something before the scissors give it a go? I mean, I'm not really sure what the. Oh, dearie me, it's cold. What do we think? Get up on the old Facebookness. What do we think? Do you think that works? What do we think? Oh, Janine was chiming in on the Facebook Live there for a wee while. Thanks for tuning in.
Right,
oh no, now I have to listen to myself.
something
Alright, I'm turning it off. I'm turning it
before
off.
the scissors get-
That's fine. I was just making sure that actually was broadcasted. What do we think? Get a better beer. Here, that's actually reasonable, by the way. And it was only about £1.50 a can when you bought as many as I did. What do we think? Just like straight through? What do we think? Give me some... Pleat it before cutting. Do I look like the kind of person that can pleat my hair? Like, honestly, Lynn, thanks very much for the idea, but, you know, a little bit earlier would have been more helpful, but I would have needed somebody to have done it for me. Despite having had this haircut for 18 months, I definitely, and under no circumstance, have ever pleated my hair. Alright, okay. Jeez, oh, God. Right. I'm going to have to get the hair in and get it ready to go. And then what we're going to do, we're going to give it a 3, 2, 1. And if this doesn't go well, this is going to ruin... Oh, hang on, just bear with me. I know you're annoying me. I'm annoying you all, but I need something better music-wise. Let me just find something. Let's see. What have we got? Oh, okay. This might work, yeah. Shoot the runner, you're all ready to shoot the barber, I'm almost certain. Right, what are we thinking? I know it's a family show, I've done my best here. I've already told them I was going to bleep it earlier as well. Right, what do we think? I think if I go through on that once, it's going to come off in my hand. What do we think? Should we go for a 3, 2, 1 and then just cut? Yeah? 3, right, okay. Who's going to count with me? Is Elise watching, Lynn? Well, here, is Eddie watching? Knowing him, he's probably sat there making you do it on your phone, is he? Can you hear me or see me? I don't know if that's moving, is it? Oh no, no one's talked, so it's just stuck. What do you think, Lynn? If Elise is with me, I'll do 3, 2, 1, Elise. Yeah? How's about this, okay? Everybody ready? It's now or never, right? 3, 2, 1... Jesus, there's a lot here to cut through. Oh, hang on. Whoa! There we go! That is mental! Look how much hair there was! Wow, that is enough, that's like a pony. Like an actual horse tail, that is mad. I genuinely have never seen my own hair up that close before. And to be honest with you, I should just probably leave it here now, right? I think it looks okay. I mean, it might need brushed out a wee bit. No? I mean, what do we think? No? No. Hi, I knew you'd have an opinion, Katie. Yeah, I appreciate that. So, I'm going to salvage the hair. What do you do with this? Do you just put it in an envelope and send it to somebody? It's a bit creepy, is it not? No? Okay, I'm just going to reserve it down there. Okay, what's it? Let's see how bad it looks on top. I don't know, we'll maybe need to edit all this together later. Can we see it on the old Facebook? Oh, dearie me. That actually looks not bad, to be honest with you. I've seen some really dodgy haircuts on the old Twitter with the old girlfriends doing the haircuts during lockdown. So yeah, Paula, we're gonna figure out who to send to send it to. But, like, I don't know anybody who wants long, straggly grey hair on their child. But I'm more than happy to listen to any options. So slide into the DMs and give me some information, or give me numbers, or people to email or something like that. I'm happy to help where I can on that one for sure. Let me just get in on this a wee bit more. What do we think? Should we go for a mohawk? Should we do a little quick mohawk? Shall we? My friend Gregor, he's got a cracking mohawk. I should have asked him for some tips, actually, to be honest with you. What do you think? I suspect it might take me 4 or 5 days to get this actually completed. I'll turn that up a wee bit. Is that better? Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm not even left-handed. This is all going to go wrong. Oh, hang on, I'm in the way now as well. Oh. What do we think about this one? Shoot the barber. Okay. Not really got the hair for the head banging anymore, do I? Let's see. This actually looks quite good. I probably would actually be silly enough to leave this as a mohawk. But I did say that I was going to cut it all off, right? So it's okay, Lynn. All right. Dearie me. So let me just. There's no way back now. There's no way back now. I'm definitely not going to be any sort of Joe Exotic hair and body double going forward. Absolutely not. Let me just. Where are we at? Right, okay. Okay. How does that look? That looks alright, to be honest with you. I mean, let's just turn it off a wee bit. That's not the worst that I mean, it could look a lot worse. I mean, here, let's give it a wee brush. Let's see if that makes a difference. I've obviously made a mess of it when I've cut the ponytail off. What do we think about that? That looks not bad, by the way. I mean, it might need a wee bit of work. A wee bit of work. Thanks, Elise. See, that's why I like Elise. Elise is definitely my favourite. Definitely my favourite. Probably ahead of her mum and her dad, to be honest with you. Her mum and her dad just, you know, not encouraging at all. Not encouraging at all. And that's why Elise is always going to be my favourite. So, what do we think about that? I'm not too sure if I like that or not, to be totally honest with you. Let me just, maybe if I kind of, I'm wondering whether, yeah, it really needs a bit of work here at the back. I mean, I've not really thought this through. I mean, I suppose I've got another year to work towards it, right? But what are you thinking there on the old? I look so different now to what I did when I was on my podcast with Stefan and with Dr. Hanan earlier on today in Qatar. I actually think that looks not too bad, to be honest with you. If I pose it not too badly, I think it looks quite good. No? I think it looks quite decent. Hang on, let's see if I could actually just put that back on. Look! If I put that back on, you'd never really know that I'd had it done, to be honest. It's not too bad. Like, actually just... Oh, you know what? I might actually have to take a little... Once I've finished this video and all the rest of it, I'm going to take the whole thing off and I'll stick that back on and I'll take a picture and I'll Instagram it to Will, because when I was working for him and he was doing Aladdin, when he was the genie, he used to go to work with obviously no hair, right? Most people don't know him with hair. And when I was on set with him, thanks Elise, I know that I looked cool. Thank you. I really appreciate your words of encouragement, because everybody else seems to not be managing to do that. But he used to have this hairpiece, and I swear it genuinely looked like that, and it was made out of real actual hair, although it was kind of in that sort of shape, but it was solid, and it was basically just like hairsprayed into that shape. And when he'd go to work in the morning, he has a barber who like travels around the world with him. His name's Pierce. If you follow his Instagram, you'll see some of his stuff. And he his job was to do his hair and his makeup every day, or there was a makeup artist that did the makeup. But to do the hair, he basically had this, literally stuck some glue on the end of it, stuck it in the middle of Will's forehead, and then in between takes and shots and things, he came to like the side of the set and he'd have like a big puffer jacket on because it's quite cold because we were filming in the autumn. And he would just be sat there dressed in full sort of genie get up, but with like a big puffer jacket on, and this hat, this hair piece like this stuck on the middle of his head. Possibly one of my greatest memories. Oh no, that fell over. Hang on, there you go, put it back up again. Yeah, so I might have to send him a little Instagram picture. So if I do that, you all need to, once I put the comment and the picture up, you need to make sure that everyone likes it. Okay, so another quick little drink, I think, and then and we've got to say goodbye to the rest of it. What do we think? Anybody else up for getting rid of all of it? Do we think? Oh, hang on. That's it, I've started swallowing some of it now. Right, here we go. Screenshot now, or forever hold your peace. There you go, we can maybe wind that back. Let's go for it. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, it's getting serious now. It's getting serious now. If I just leave that wee bit. What do we think if I just leave that wee bit? Is that alright? Has it all got to come off? Got to come off. Yeah, thanks mate, thanks for chiming in and telling me to save the haircut now that I've done too much. But merci à vous. So it's one of my friends, one of my chef buddies. Are you in France just now, bro? If you are, shout out to all the yachties, all my Frenchies. Hoping that we're going to get back to the south of France at some point in the summer. But obviously we're all kind of locked down until further notice, which is a real shame because I really enjoy being in the south of France in the summertime. What does that look like? I mean, I know I've not finished yet before anybody else has a go. Mr. Mujica, yeah, I like that. I like that. Doesn't look too bad. What do we think? I actually think it makes me look younger. Probably not a day over 36, I think, to be honest. So that's a year shaved off. Wow, isn't it crazy? I actually quite like it, to be honest. Yeah, mate, you keep safe as well. Yeah. Hope everybody in France that you know is good, old family and everything. Yeah. Yeah, give my best to anybody that you see in the yachting world in the next week or weeks if you're around in France. And stay home, and hope everybody else is safe over there. We're doing our best in Scotland as well, or at least I'm doing my best to stay at home because I don't really like people, so I don't go out very often. But what do we think? Anybody interested in seeing me do some of the finer points, or should we just kind of start wrapping this up now? Probably should. It's not easy to talk, think three-dimensionally, look and be entertaining on the Tinterweb as well. Looks not bad, to be honest with you. You know what? The good news is that by the time lockdown is over, it's going to have had a few weeks to recover as well. So arguably, it might be, arguably it might actually look a little bit better by the time I'm back in civilized society. But it's not the easiest of things to do, by the way. I'm just pointing that out. What do we think? Oh, take the video of this one. Actually, I might set up some mirrors downstairs in my bathroom so that I can get through everything. But that's what we're working with down here. It's probably easier. That's how much hair we have. That's how much we've got rid of so far. Let me just back round. And then if I flip you guys round, you can see that as well. So that's how much. I'll probably weigh this actually now that I've said that, because I've got mini scales there that can probably weigh small amounts. But there you go. That's what came off. That's mostly the top and the sides. And then this here, put you back round. What about that? Oh, it's uncanny. It is a lot like the genie. I know you haven't really obviously seen that unless you've seen the movie and whatnot. But I might send pictures to Guy. I'll send pictures to Guy and to Will and tell them that Aladdin was good banter. Actually, I should have got Pierce in on this call. Actually, should have got Pierce to chime in from the US. He could have been super helpful, but not to worry. so that's all ready to go. So the genie, Daniel, you remember? Well, you met him, so he was there in the. He was still doing Aladdin when Danielle was in the house with us down in Surrey as well. So, wow, we just got some extra pennies come through. So I thought I would just sort of wrap up just now. And I want everyone to let me turn the music down a wee bit more, just to make sure this is a bit more serious. A real huge thank you to everybody who got involved. Obviously, nobody who liked my hair, and that's okay. I'm not bitter about it. Oh, hi Pixie. Appreciate your. Oh, she'll be looking pretty foxy just now. She's not been to the cut. Been for a cut for a little while. Tell her I'm actually anyone out there. In fact, when lockdown finishes, I am available for trims. They are a little bit on the extreme side. I'm not very good at just doing the 10 years younger. Thanks. Oh, I might never have hair again. Yeah, I mean, relatively, the thing that was important for me to do this really was basically to raise some much needed money for the Vanilla Village. So for those of you who know me, you've probably heard the story any number of times, but this is the Vanillism logo and whatnot, and over here in the east of Bali, near Mount Agung, is oh hey, cousin Ricky's there. What's happening, bro? You sent a request to be in my live video. I'm gonna have to view this, bro. You're coming live whether you want it or not. You're probably gonna have to turn your phone off now. Ah, not able to join. Oh, got you. You're obviously just pressing buttons on your phone. Sorry, cousin Ricky's is a fireman, a great and noble man over in the US, and yeah. So we're over here in the east of Bali, and obviously the whole island economy in Bali basically revolves around tourism. So whilst there are some tourists who are kind of trapped there just now, and they've made concessions for visas and such like, they are actually doing their best to sort of try and. Hey Richard, how's it going, bro? Here, I look a little bit like you now. I should have been taking tips from Richard. He's never had hair. Well, not in the time that I've known him. So you're a bit late to the party, but I appreciate you joining anyway. Yeah, obviously, without there being tourism in in Bali just now, the village kind of doesn't really immediately sort of employ people through tourism and such like. But a lot of the families and extended families and children of the people who still stay in our village live in the big city. They live in Denpasar or wherever, and they basically work in all the sort of tourism and service industries. You know, they drive the Gojeks. You know, they do all that sort of stuff. Elise wants to send me a photo. Have you sent one, Lynn? If you have, let me check on this.